Hi friends, this is a part of series of videos on GST. At Officers IAS Academy, we've decided to bring a series of videos to help people to easily comply with GST. The second part of the video will deal with procedure for enrollment and also the procedure for migration.
GST registration and migration for existing taxpayers. So if you're a taxpayer, if you've been a taxpayer under VAT or the central excise, this is your procedure. So you have two important steps. One is enrollment and the other one is migration. Now in enrollment, you should have already enrolled by the provincial ID sent to you from the VAT department. This enrollment process started from November 2016. So most of you they have enrolled and got the provincial certificate. But the government data says that from 67 lakh people who have got the provincial certificate, only 30 lakh have migrated. So if you're one among them, please pay attention here. GST migration is complete only when you migrate by filling Part B of the GSTR registration form 26. On migration, you will get registration certification and that is required to run business. Where do I get my provisional certificate? It should be available on your dashboard. Use your provisional ID and password, go to your dashboard and you can get your provisional certificate from there. How to migrate? Open your account and there you will find your application time in a draft process. So here you will have different processes like business detail, promoter partners, authorized signatory, authorized representative, principal place of business, additional place of business, goods and services, bank accounts, state specific information and verification. Only when you complete all these, filling all these information, you will be able to submit the form. So as you go on filling each and every information, the box will become blue in color with a tick mark, which means you've already filled the information. Pay attention in filling the details because you may not be able to modify the core fields later. So finish the application form and then submit verify. The documents that you need for submitting the Part B, you will require a scanned photo of the promoters, scanned image of proof of business premises, and a copy of the first page of your bank passbook or statement. If you can keep these documents ready, it will just be a 15 to 20-minute process for you to fill Part B. Once you migrate, you will get your acknowledging reference number, that is the ARN. Tax officers will process your application and soon your registration certificate will be released. Remember, no registration fee is being charged by the government. And your registration certificate is the final proof of your migration being completed. So friends, if you've only got your provisional certificate, it's time to migrate because government has given you only a limited period of 90 days to migrate and get the registration certificate. Did you know your provisional ID is your GST identification number? Most of you have made your new invoices with the provisional ID and are concerned if you will have to change once you get your permanent GST IN. Don't worry, your provisional ID will be your GST identification number. Now we will look at GST registration and migration, which has been open from June 25, 2017. So for all those who were not a taxpayer under any of the previous acts, you need to pay attention here. The first procedure is enrollment. So with your PAN, mobile number and email ID, you can submit the form there and you will get a temporary reference number. Your process is not complete. You will again fill Part B of GSTR G26 and attach relevant documents and get the permanent registration. So for all the new registrations, we'll quickly see step-by-step process on how to enroll. So go to the website gst.gov.in, click the services tab. There you will find registration. Under registration, you will find new registration. Click on that. So in new registration, you will say I am a taxpayer and start filling all these details. The district, your name of the GST, name of the taxpayer, your permanent account number, that is your PAN, email address and mobile number. These are the three important fields that you have to fill. Now a separate OTP will be generated to your mobile number and a separate OTP will go to your email. You will fill both of these. and then you will get your temporary reference number. Remember, this is just part A. We will now have to go ahead and fill part B. Your part B will be open within 15 days. So your enrollment gets completed with temporary reference number. Now we will start the process for migration. You will again go to the same place where you gave your new registration, and this time you will select your temporary reference number. You will give the characters in the case below. You will type this CAPTCHA and say proceed. Now you will get this, your dashboard, and your dashboard, if you look at the status, it will say draft status. Now what will you do? You will quickly go and click on this edit link here. You will click on this link edit, and you will see your application form has opened. So there will be promoters details, promoters or partners, authorized signatory, authorized representative, principal place of business, additional place of business, goods and services, bank accounts, state specific information and verification. One by one, you will fill all the details. As you fill the details, you will see that the color becomes blue with a tick mark. Be cautious. You will not be able to change the core fields once you've submitted the application. So pay attention and fill them. The documents needed are the same: scanned photo of promoters, scanned image of proof of business premises, and copy of the first page of bank passbook or statement. So here is the migration process. First you fill the part B, give all details which I explained in the previous slide. You will wait for 3 working days for an approval by a tax officer. Now, what if you don't hear from the tax officer within 3 days? Do not worry. It means you're already approved and you might receive your registration certificate. So that is a system of deemed approval under the GST. Isn't it interesting? Now, if the tax officer has asked for a clarification, remember, you will have to reply within 7 working days. And you know what's interesting? The GST law says that a tax officer can raise clarification only once. So he might raise clarification saying that the photo uploaded by you is not clear, or the copy of the lease premise is not clear. So any of the documents that you have uploaded cannot be clear, and that sort of clarification will be raised by the tax officer. You have to reply within 7 days, and after your reply, within 7 days, the tax officer will have to approve and he will release your registration certificate. If he does not approve, automatically the system will approve and you will now get your registration certificate. Where will I get my registration certificate? You will find it in your mail, the registered email address, and also on your dashboard. Congratulations, you're now registered under GST. I hope all of you complete the part A and part B procedure, and we'll quickly get back to you with the next video on transition.
Here is a humble request to all the educated Indians and the computer literates. Please do help the small traders and people who are finding it difficult to enroll and migrate under GST. That way, you will be a small cog in nation building. Thank you.